Alright, what's up, fine people? So today I'm gonna show y'all, in case you don't know. Maybe people don't know, maybe they new to growing. Stop stealing the show. Maybe they new to growing comfrey. But I'm gonna show y'all how to harvest this comfrey. People said something about killing it. I don't know what they doing. I just harvest it. They say if you harvest it too much, I harvest the stuff like, y'all see how it's starting to overshadow? Y'all see how it's growing all over here into my tomatoes? So when it gets like that, I start harvesting. So step number one, I would tell you to get some gloves. Do as I say, not as I do, because you ain't gonna see me get no gloves. I ain't got time for that. Um, but what I usually do is, and if you have a lot of bugs or you're super scared of bugs or whatever, then pay attention when you're pulling this stuff back. But I don't like bugs, but the most that be in here is lizards. So comfrey grows just kind of like collard greens. It grows from the middle. So the outside leaves, or the ones closest to the bottom of the plant, are going to be the oldest leaves. So you notice I'm not picking from the middle of this plant over in there. I'm out here on the outside. So I look for the biggest leaves, and I just grab the stem with my hand, and I use my nail to pretty much break them. You don't have to use your nail to break them. You can pretty much kind of twist and break them. I know y'all really can't see that because there's leaves in the way. I'm gonna try to show y'all. So if you grab between and just kind of twist, pinch, pull, or bend, pinch, pull. You want to be careful because sometimes you see how to pull, even though I twisted and broke it there, it pulled the rest of it. These stems have a lot of kind of veins in them, and you have to be careful. Sometimes when you pull, you'll notice you'll pull up a little piece of root too. If you pull up a piece of root, no problem. Just plant it back. Like if you want comfrey somewhere else, just plant that little piece of root back somewhere else and it'll grow. 9 times out of 10. So once again, I look for the biggest leaves, and I just come in and I just kind of selectively get what I want. Everywhere I see a really big leaf, because they're going to get so big and then they're not going to get any bigger, and then eventually the leaf dies. And these bigger outer leaves are the ones that are really kind of just blocking. Also, people say that comfrey is invasive. I have not experienced that. However, I want y'all to pay attention. How do I grow mine versus how you see everybody else that says they're invasive grows theirs? They grow theirs out in the open. You notice that mine are grown in between these tire beds? I think that's what's keeping them contained. So they have to grow out so far to pop up on the outside over here. They just don't do it. Or they don't try to, at least. I've never had them to pop up outside of my beds, outside of where I have them planted. So my best thing is, if you want to keep comfrey contained, plant it in between something. Like something with a barrier of some sort. I know everybody's not growing in tires. But let's say you have a bunch of maybe a bunch of buckets or something like that. I don't know. Something that's similar. You just kind of have to use your best judgment. What are we having? A cat conference? Y'all watch my tomatoes. We having a cat conference. Are you training them, Fee? You training them? You're a good boy, Fee. Okay, so like I said, and the same thing with my herbs. My herbs never escape, because like I said, they have to grow out so far to be able to pop up vegetation outside of these beds, that they just don't do it. So as you can see, I've minimized that quite a bit already, and I'll show y'all all what I harvested. I kind of just throw it down. But like I said, if this stuff irritates, hey y'all, Fee, don't be so rough, okay? He goes right back for him. That cat is tough. Garfield's a tough one. Anyway, so that's what I pulled out of there already. Now I really want to pull this, but it has blooms on it, and I don't want to do it until the blooms are gone. But y'all can kind of see how much smaller that is already. And so, like I said, when you go in here, if you got enough plant, and it doesn't take long for you to do it. And I'll be honest, the comfrey will mulch itself. Y'all see all them dead leaves in there? It will mulch itself. And when it mulches itself, to me, I think it only just makes it grow even better. So if you don't have anything to do with your comfrey, throw it around the bottom of your comfrey. That's kind of a halfway decent. See what I said about these leaves? They die off. Like after a while, if you don't get them, they get so big and then they die off. And then they just mulch themselves. And then cats are born. I'm gonna come on this other side and get some more, because as I said, when you let this stuff get too big, it just kind of grows out over everything, and it'll start shading out all of this in here, and I don't want it to do that. So, and see, here's a leaf in the process of dying, and you'll see more brown ones over there. But yeah, harvesting your comfrey is really quite simple. Like I said, I know it's harder to see. I just go straight up under the bottom because, like I said, that way I'll be for sure I'm getting the older stuff. And then a lot of these smaller leaves, I just leave. They'll get big. The plant will keep going. So I don't know what people are doing that they're killing it. They're saying if they harvest too much, it kills it. I have no idea what they're doing. If anybody is somebody who has experienced that, can you tell me what you're doing? Are you doing the same thing I'm doing? And your plants are still dying? Because I'm not saying I'm doing it right. I'm just saying this is how I do it. And that's pretty much all I'm saying. So y'all can see that's what I got off of that. Me and my nostrils today. A lot of sneezing, a lot of blowing. I'm gonna get some of this out of here. I probably could have let this go a little bit, but I'm not. And I will say this, if you shade comfrey completely out, that's the only way I've been able to kill it. I had some in those spots. I killed it. It got too shaded out by the beans and stuff that was growing there. And it didn't come back. I thought it was going to come back, but it didn't. So, I know you can kill comfrey like that. I didn't think you could, but you can. So, it can't grow in complete shade. It needs some light. So, yeah. How long is this? This ain't too bad. Less than 10 minutes. You really can't beat that. You gonna corral the comfrey? And what's funny is when he puts his paws or his nose on that, he shakes back like it itches him. So I can tell it irritates his little nose, which is funny to me. But it doesn't hurt him or anything. It just, plants are just like, plants, humans, get it together. Animals are just like us. They have nerve endings. So I'm gonna pluck. Y'all see this one's going to bloom. So yeah, I've pretty much thinned all my comfrey now. And so now you can see around the edges, it's more upright. And like I said, as they get bigger, they'll fall over. I see a big one here I can get. When I see those, like I said, when I see the really big ones that I know the leaf isn't gonna get any bigger. These leaves, that can come out. Just like this. This is too much. Leaning over. This leaf is almost dead. So just when you think you're done, go pull some more. But yeah. But like I said, if it irritates you, wear gloves. It's not rocket science. If you pull a little bit of root up, because I did pull some root up over there. I planted it back, and you can see that plant's fine. So yeah, that's kind of how I do what I do, why I do, what I'm gonna do with this. Probably go back here and put it in my I kind of spread it out all over. I think I'm gonna use some to mulch this tomato, some to mulch those tomatoes. Yeah, that might be what I do with it. I might use it to mulch those peppers, and then the rest I'll put in water to make my little fertilizer that I make. But yeah, that's it on the comfrey, y'all. So till next time, see you guys later.